There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, you can. Awesome. Just the little button's not working. Welcome to another Flash Hour live as we get into everything that's happened at Flash Trade last week and everything that's coming. So we've got both. If you've ever been here before, Flash Trade goes over Flash Hour goes over quite a few things. We do State of the Trenches to allow people to funnel in, gives them a little time to see that we're live, and of course, make sure that we, give some people some time to grab some coffee, grab a little bit of coffee, sit down, relax, and enjoy the next part of the segment, which is really getting into the meat and potatoes of it. So without further ado, let's pull in Anas. Can you hear me?
GM everyone.
GM.
It's just connecting stuff. Yeah.
Got my coffee.
Yes, I've got my mangoes.
Hey.
It's an epic mango season.
Let's go. Wish I had that fresh mango by me. We've got oranges and blueberries, strawberries.
Yep.
We have a strawberry festival every year, which is pretty cool. We do have a blueberry festival, but I've never gone to it. So, let's see. Hopefully Zahab joins us at some point today. Maybe not. He's doing his engineering part.
No,
we do have a lot to get into.
Yeah, what we do basically is like weekly once the whole team tries to get together and play some sports. We were just playing pickleball, and I think he is trying to reach his destination to get on the call, and I'm still sweating. So yeah.
I love pickleball.
I think it's good to have some team activity, and it actually gets everyone onto the same page.
Yeah, pickleball is dope. That's one of my faves. I like pickleball, and I like frisbee football. It's one of my other ones I really like. Good morning, Panda.
Week, like two weeks ago, I twisted my ankle, and it was horrible. It took me whole 2 weeks to recover, and just played today. It was bad.
All right, look. I'm not going to say there's nothing funnier, but there's nothing funnier than when somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
I always laugh at myself. Every time I play something, it's inevitable. I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop. It's inevitable I hurt myself somehow. It's because I'm absolutely retarded when it comes to playing sports. I'll just sacrifice my body. And so that inevitably ends up with me getting absolutely destroyed. But for today, tune in and make sure you stay connected here, because we really actually do have some pretty serious things at Flash Trade that we need to cover for this Flash Hour. We will be cutting it up into bite-sized pieces so that you can digest it a little bit easier if you can't hang around. So look forward to those clips that will be coming out on the timeline. But these are futarchy or faftarchy proposals that will be on your timeline this week. And I believe next week we'll probably be covering it also. Are we going live with that, or are we just covering it and the discourse this week?
Right now it's about the temperature check and have good feedback from the community on the direction of the proposal. Mm-hmm. And depending on the temperature check, we'll follow up with the proposal on metadata.
Yeah. So, important week for Flash Trade as a whole. We appreciate you guys. Of course, it is an ownership token. So this is the part where we need you all to chime in with your feedback and, look over the proposal so that we can really hone this down into something that a good deliverable for the protocol owners, which are the FAF token holders. So stay tuned. We'll get into the next slide, which is State of the Trenches. State of the Trenches. We're going to keep this one short, but the big thing here is SpaceX. I mean, that overtook the timeline by a lot. I assume the metrics would blow everybody's mind with how many posts are out there with SpaceX. That's literally what my feed is full of. But yes, SpaceX shares debuted on Solana on the same day as the NASDAQ listing. Thank you to Sunrise also for really being on top of it and bringing the liquidity. I just saw the metrics for Sunrise. They have a ridiculous amount of liquidity for the SpaceX launch. That was amazing for Solana swap traders. I'm sure that was much appreciated, keeping the spreads low. Solana is the official presenting sponsor of the 2026. I'm not really a huge fan, but World Series of Poker. I did watch it a little bit, just tangentially, but yeah, that's a big win. It's tied up with MoonPay in a way, so that there could be that instant settlement. So the online participants really had a great experience there with extremely low fees, which is what Solana delivers. Solana RWA value across, RWA's value across the whole Solana ecosystem is now 3 billion. When we first started talking about this, it was like 200 million. So that is wild to see within a few short months. I believe that was 3 months ago. We were talking about that, and it was barely 200 million, 250 million. So 3 billion is insane volume when it comes to RWAs. And shout out to Anas for really seeing the writing on the wall early, because that actually was a really, really, really good call. Probably one that will stand the test of time as well. So
for sure.
Go ahead. Did you want some? Do you have anything to add?
It's only going to accelerate with whatever we are building at Flash and all other things that are being built on Solana and any everywhere else as well, because the thesis of every blockchain was to actually deliver a permissionless exchange where people can transfer the assets seamlessly, leverage over them, margin over them, borrow against it. So it just opens up the whole Pandora's box of financial instruments over these real assets that have real things attached to them.
Yeah. I mean, it was a no-brainer bridge that I think, unfortunately, some people just got caught flat-footed with that. But the bridge made so much sense. Once it was kind of all constructed, it was an aha for, I think, a lot of people. MasterCard brought Solana into Agent Pay for machines. So if you saw MasterCard rolled out like a agentic payment layer, it gives AI agents access to the stable coins and, of course, the card-based payment, so that this way they can transact through the traditional payment system, but also using the stablecoin rails. So interesting developments in the agentic world that is definitely moving forward very, very quickly. Still haven't seen, to be honest, a lot of development there as far as like real use cases, something that really makes sense. So still looking for that aha moment, but it is interesting to see the picks and shovels are being built out now. So maybe there'll be something interesting this year or next year for that real aha moment to where an application truly uses it regularly. Let's see. Solana Foundation introduced the Frontier Traders VIP program, an exclusive global community for top market makers. Interesting. This is good for us long term because it gives us a centralized location to maybe
give the rewards and attract people. Like even with SpaceX, there was this, like if you check the cumulative reward pool, it was about $75,000 or $50,000, which was given through different parties such as Sunrise, Jupiter, Titan. Titan was there, or I don't remember, but yeah, a lot of people actually incentivize the trading of SpaceX, and that is what we have seen the volumes being increased for that version of backpack SpaceX token, which is fully redeemable 1:1 through a real broker, where you can actually own the stock. So I think that is where the volume of the SpaceX on-chain token actually picked up, because of this specific program where people are more incentivized to trade the specific token and get some money.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's all about incentives for sure. What is it? show me the actions, I'll show you the incentive or something like that. Anyway,
Yes.
nice saying, but it is very, very true.
True.
MetaMask integrated type. Matter of fact, we're talking about Titan Exchange. Integrated Titan Exchange to power native Solana swaps. So I think Phantom has Jupiter, I believe, and MetaMask look like they are going head to head with the Titan Exchange. So that's pretty cool. Soulflare introduced packs powered by Collector Crypt for in-wallet graded TCG slabs. I don't even know what any of that means. I'm just being honest. I think I genuinely do not know. What is TCG, like a grading system? I'm guessing like a quality of card or something. I don't even know.
It's like the I think I've checked them out because out of curiosity, because things are picking up. It's more about, if you are able to get those right cards, you're able to redeem for the valuation at that instant. That is what makes it very interesting. And I don't know how big of that market is because I never got into it. Although I've watched Pokemon all my younger age, but yeah, I never
Really?
got into collectibles. Yeah.
See,
have watched Pokemon.
I mean, obviously my childhood was completely engulfed by Pokemon, but we had like Digimon, Transformers, there's other big ones though so I just, I think I missed the bandwagon on that. I know my little brother, loved Pokemon. He had like the bind. You remember the binders with all the Pokemon cards and all that good stuff. And I don't know what it was. I just like eating dirt more. Is that weird? Maybe that's weird. Nobody else ate dirt out there. Yeah, I just,
It's
I don't know.
anime.
I was like retarded when it came to that stuff.
Even with anime, like we never watched anime, although it was like there's like huge fan base of people who have watched different sorts of anime, manga, or whatever there is. So yeah.
Yeah. There was a bunch of that going on when I was younger. I was just too interested in like, I don't know, just making forts and stuff like that. I was so interested in outside stuff. I really missed the boat actually, because those cards ended up being pretty pricey. Some of the stuff that he had was pretty wild. At the end of the day, his whole book was worth like 10 grand. And I'm like, well, I messed up. Let's see. Helios. Oh, Soulflare. Yeah. Helios acquired Light Protocol. So this was the play all along, was this ZK privacy layer. You could see Mert all over the timeline talking about privacy, bringing attention to privacy, Zcash. And then of course they ended up acquiring Light Protocol. So clearly they're moving in that direction. I'm actually really happy to see this. This could definitely accelerate privacy, just like Arkham, which is coming up here in just a second. Arkham is another, great privacy layer. Excuse me, on Solana. So this is the direction I really, really think we need to be heading in as things are getting a little dystopian in certain places in the world. I genuinely don't know how to say this, but I apologize. I'll do my best. Alata City, Kazakhstan signed a memorandum of cooperation with the Solana Foundation to develop a blockchain innovation ecosystem. This is pretty cool. I saw this earlier, maybe like a few weeks ago. I thought it was pretty neat. I like the idea of having these kind of
nation
hubs.
states.
Yeah, nation state hubs. This is awesome. This is exactly the direction that we need. It really, really accelerates innovation and developers. It gives developers a reason to jump in, and it's what we need, because if you actually look at on-chain, like people who have actually committed to mainnet, it is a extremely small cohort of people. It's like a few thousand people, and that's it. Kind of wild, actually. I think the stat was, this is like 3 years ago, so I could totally be off now, but I think it was like a little over 2,000 people had pushed to mainnet, like an actual program that like worked and ran on mainnet. It was like 2,000. So I'm assuming that's more now, but it's probably not that much more.
Yeah, I think it's still low because if you check the number of programmers who actually use CLI and do things in the real world, it's a pretty rare breed. but it has
Yeah.
changed now with cloud code. But yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Claude Code, CLI development has probably really accelerated that. But prior to that, I was the company I worked at before, because of using basically it was all back end. It was all CLI. So it was interesting to see everybody migrating to that kind of development. And then how many people needed hand holding at first, but now it's so far developed, it's easy peasy. Arkham reached 1 million process confidential computations, which is that's a big milestone, actually. Arkham started off, and I just genuinely, I was not sure that this would really work because of the fact of like latency and just generally the protocol working at all. We got a lot of promises in blockchain, and a lot of things don't come true, but it was great to see, or it is great to see that they're on mainnet, they're processing transactions, and privacy is becoming more of a focus. So just wanted to touch on that. And then SoRare, this is back to the RWA narrative with these card things. Man, this must be exploding. SoRare saw 300 million cards collected following the launch of its Colors game mode. Pretty cool. I thought it was awesome. I mean, I like collector things because it develops like heavy community, develops a lot of engagement, and clearly people love it way more than I do. So even though I don't really participate, I genuinely don't. I love to see the community that's built around it. So this is good all around, really, really good for Solana in general. All right, moving on to the meat and potatoes of it. Now, let's see, Flash overview. So this is Epoch 14. It has ended if you were not aware of that yet. So you can go to the platform, go to the token page. You might see some blurred out stuff though. What's that all about?
Yep, I think this is an important upgrade. So basically, when the TGE of FAF happened, we had this system of distributing FAF tokens to active users of Flash, and it has gone its whole length of an year and month. We've extended by a month because we reduced the number of emissions to DeFi integrations, which led to having some more FAF, which were distributed among the people who use the platform, V1 platform. And now, since we are moving to the V2 platform, we are currently pausing this system of distributing FAF to the people who are interacting Flash trade, because V2 itself is a whole game-changing exchange. And in terms of rewards, right now we are ending the current system and moving ahead with the V2 launch and with the new FAFTAKI proposal, which we'll be diving up next. But for the important notice that we want to give out is like the voltage point system that we had, which started last year, has ended. There is no VP that is being given out as we speak, and there would be no FAF emissions moving forward.
Yep. And then hi, some digits. What's up, brother? He said, hi, folks. Hello. Good to see you guys here. Drop your comments too. Keep them in mind. I will tally up if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that throughout the Flash hour. We'd love to address them at the end. We rarely get any, but still would love to see some comments and some questions if you had any. If you're enjoying the show so far, just give it a like and a retweet. If you're on YouTube, follow us for weekly updates and shorts that come out every single week. I need to get better at posting those, so apologies on that. That's the janitor's fault. We'll make sure those are uploaded promptly for you all. Yep. But moving into, what did we get done this week?
Yes, the first important thing is the Solana Blitz Hackathon, which is done in partnership with Magic Blocks. And we're already seeing some very interesting submissions throughout, and Max had a full session for the devs on how to build over Flash, I guess. Max, you want to give some overview on how it went and what we might be expecting from people who are building on Flash?
Yeah, absolutely. V2. So V2, this is all about V2, guys. So it's an API-based system at the moment. I'm not sure SDK. Or are we just sticking with the Rust API?
Rust API is the best thing. We do have an SDK exposed, but the thing is the V2 is still in transitory phase, so we don't want to push it as hard as we want to push the full V2 deployment that will be going up live this month.
Yeah. So this particular repo, it's example v2 in Flash's GitHub repo. So you can easily get there. It's all built specifically. Obviously, if you're a developer, you know how to work with APIs. It's very easy. But if you're looking to use this alongside your Claude code, your Grok build, your Gemini, or the other ones, easily plug in. It has everything that you would need. It even has full example. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be pushing a predictions market just as an update to the repo, so that you have one more example for you all to look at, see how it was designed, see how it was done, see how it was built out. It has a tap to trade as well as a copy trade, all available in that repo. It's really nice, really laid out. It even has a scaffolding that is available for you, just so you can get kind of like the base layer going. So the full backend's all set up for you, ready to go. And then it has tons of documentation so that if you run into any kind of like gotchas or just some issues that maybe you are getting confused on, that documentation is also very well laid out for you, so you can hit the ground running and get those UIs looking really pretty. Because at the end of the day, with the way AI is really developing, it is a lot to do with your UI and UX. So focusing on that after you get that kind of base layer going, very base layer is super easy with AI these days. So the UI UX is really the hard part, where you want to have your own flair and user experience. So yeah, it's but yeah, we went through about an hour and I think 20 minutes. So it was really good. Had some good questions in there. Magic Block did a great job of structuring it. So if you guys want to, you could go back through if you're looking to develop something for their little hackathon. When does it end? Do you know? Or did it end today? Might have been a weekend only thing.
Yeah, it was over the weekend as far as I remember, but let me quickly check it out.
No worries. I think it ends today at some point. I'm not sure of the exact time, but even then, if you want to develop something over Flash v2 and you're not worried about the hackathon, obviously that repo's available to you. It'll stay up. It's a great starter template kind of thing to where you can start developing your ideas and making sure that your application is working properly with V2.
For sure. Yep. It ended yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. So it ended yesterday. Okay. Monday their time. Oops. This is why I'm terrible with time zone. I'm terrible. Yeah. All right. So it ended yesterday. It was Monday their time. Apologies. I'm in the Eastern time. So yes, hackathon already ended, but the repo's still there and you can still develop really cool apps. As you could see from the 3 example repos as well, pretty cool. You could do a lot of things on V2.
Yep. And the most important thing is we are finally in the final stages of V2 beta testing. And I hope the migration engineer has something to share in that direction. But yeah.
Yes, indeed. And thanks to all of the migration efforts, we had to also kind of pause the current VP accrual system because we're moving everything to the ER and we don't want everything or anything left behind on mainnet. So we had to also kind of culminate with the Epoch rewards and everything on mainnet beta coming to a standstill. So we have all of the things cleared now, and yeah, happy to see SFLP as a retention also working out just fine. So we are in the process of finalizing everything over the week, and by Friday we should have a lot more updates coming your way, and V2 becoming the face of Flash over this week.
for sure. It's great to hear.
V2.
And yep, V2 is going to change everything that is for Solana perks. And we
If
can
you haven't
already see
tried
that.
it yet, by the way, it's insane. Like, you got to try it. If you're on this call and you haven't tried V2, you're out of your mind. V2 is wild. The experience is it takes everything that you think blockchain should be, and it turns it on its head. It is wildly fast, and the UX is amazing. But anyway, go ahead.
Yep. And the next thing is we listed SpaceX on the same day it IPO'd on NASDAQ. And I can already see SpaceX is actually creating new highs as we speak. So this is very interesting. $1.5 trillion company is moving towards newer highs, and people are able to trade it seamlessly on the Solana blockchain through flash trade. Is very interesting to watch. And yep, the next important thing is the token transparency report that we are working on, which will give you much more detailed, like detailed structure of how FAF is structured in terms of the internal LLC, which basically owns the IP and the mint authority as well as the DAO authority to do things on chain through the MetaDAO of Futaki. So we are working with Blockworks to get the transparency report out, and it should be out later this month. It's a very big filing that we've been undergoing over a week, and we'll have some very interesting. I think it all gives FAF a very neat way to represent itself, because a lot of people still don't understand what FAF is, even though it has such a beautiful structure in terms of being ownership token, having no dilution, having full control in the hands of token holders, no VCs, no dumping. So yeah.
And I think and this is no shade towards the team or individuals researching FAF, but it is hard when like all the information is not in one place. So and have a bunch of eyeballs on it. So I think this will like really push that forward. It's more of like a formalized structure too. So give a little bit more credibility. So FAF holders who are here, I'm sure they'll be very happy to hear. It's more of like that formalized overview from a third party, not just us here at Flash Trade. So it really gives a lot of credibility.
Yep. I think we'll have to give a drum roll for the next slide, but yeah.
One is a long-time member, by the way, been around for a very, very long time. He's an OG in the space. Jotzi, he was just saying that he just realized he did all of his trading volume on V2. I had the same experience, my friend, same exact experience. I forgot I did most of it on V2.
Yeah. No, you have saved a lot of money if you were to check the fees that you have saved. So the base fees on V2 is about 5 bips, and for other altcoins it goes about 10 bips or 15 bips. But on V2 everything is on flat 2 bips. So you have saved quite a lot of money.
Oh my God!
To see, even if you're talking from the VP perspective, you have saved a lot of money. Like if you have done any volume, then you have saved at least 50% whatever you have spent on V1 or anywhere else if you were to trade. If you were to trade on Hyperliquid, Phoenix, or any other exchange, even if you're talking about Binance, we are at least like, how much is it? 4x cheaper than Binance. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the cheapest exchange there is right now. And I could tell you just from the card, we shared it, I think it was last week during Flash Hour, but yeah, we shared it. And good morning. Hey, brother. We shared it last week, and just me alone from trading, reasonable amount of volume, nothing crazy. I think it was like 20 million or something like that. It was like $5,000 or something. I don't know, somewhere around there. We posted the card, actually posted it live on my X account, so you can scroll back and find that. Not that I post that much, to be honest. All right, this is the big deal though. But I do have the, by the way, the Notion. The Notion page. Did you want me to share that now?
Yep. No, we'll just start from here. So basically, this is the third proposal which is coming out right before the Epic V2 migration full launch, where the team is putting up a proposal for allocating team tokens, which is about 20%. And the most neatly structured system that we have found so far is about unlocking these tokens when we meet the target valuations in the total market cap. So the idea with this proposal is, if this proposal passes through the few target voting system, on the immediate pass of the proposal, the team will get 5% of the 20% tokens that we're going to mint, which will vest over 3 months period. And then the next supply allocation will only happen if we reach the market cap of $50 million, which is almost, how much is it? Four, let me check. Right now it's 3 million. So it's like 15 to 16x from here is where we'll get the next allocation. And then 100 million is like 30x from here, roughly 32x is when we'll get the next allocation. And all of these unlocks will have a 6-month vest attached to them. They won't immediately unlock to the team. And I think this is the right time for us to put up this proposal, because we are at this juncture of upgrade happening on flash trade. Because if you check, we have upgraded both the things. We have upgraded the margin engine. The current margin engine that we are using is a V2 engine, which basically is unlocking huge capital efficiency on the beta version. Right now, if you see, there is so much amount of volume happening without any loss to the LP, that is the team. So imagine when the whole liquidity is moved to this version, and then the funding mechanism is applied. I think we are gonna see some huge amount of explosions happening in terms of volumes and revenue. And I believe this is the right time that us as team that have put up so much effort into getting this out, like even coming to this position where we have this amount of runway, we have built this much, we have team members like Mags, like everything that we have built so far and maintained without raising a single dollar from the market has been quite phenomenal. Like I think yeah, if I look back right now, like to the day when we were trying to find the launch pad for the NFT mint, and I remember like Tensor actually rejected us when we first approached them, and I was like, like we have spent like more than $500,000 to come to this position, and now our future is like, it was just so random. And I remember Zohaib again pinging them again, and then getting a nod. Zohaib, do you remember that day when we actually?
Absolutely, I think that was like a crazy time for us to get the beast out there, bootstrap it all, and get started with the initial liquidity pool, and everything kind of came crashing down. And then we had to make inwards. We have to kind of go in, prove ourselves, prove the numbers, and kind of get going. And I think
Yeah, one more
it
part is
was
like
a
the
feat
beautiful
then.
part. Yeah. The beautiful part about our launch was like the exchange was fully ready. Like if you check right now, any of the companies that have launched through MetaDAO or any other launch pad, most of the companies, what they do is like they raise X amount of money and
Yep.
they build it over 6 months or 3 months, and then they ship it. For us, the most neat part was like we didn't go for the launch before completing the whole exchange. So I think that was like the important part. And I think like the if you can pull up the notion about the proposal which we'll be putting up in Discord right after this call, I think the whole notion of doing things the right way has actually helped us to survive to this day.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
the stronger the foundation, the clearer the values, the clearer the vision actually helps you to survive through all these bull or bear markets. Like, because honestly, like the last 3 years for Solana, that they were not so pretty. Like, although we kind of had this uptick that was happening last year, but now it's like so many companies have shut down. I'm sure you know, like, how many companies have shut down,
Oh, yeah.
how many companies have got unfortunately hacked. And I think a lot of companies are also, the ones who raised a lot of money blew out themselves because they didn't manage their finances. I think this all comes down to us having a very, uh, you know I think I have to give a salute to the team who's hands-on engineering these marvels without, like, fully believing themselves that the future is going to be much brighter than what it is today. And I think that is where the team shines, that all the engineering that Flash does is done by its co-founders in-house. We never, paid anyone 6 figures or 7 figures to figure out things and give them a huge token allocation. The whole engineering, everything was always done by the core members. We never outsourced our engineering. And even if
Yep.
we were to talk about engineering, we actually learned everything. So it has actually helped us a lot to come where we are. And I think it's time where, the team also gets in more alignment to the upside of FAF token, which
Mhm.
is which has actually outperformed Solana as well. Like, if you were to map the price of FAF against Sol, you will see FAF actually outperformed Sol. And I think it's all because of the mechanics that we have followed so far.
And in
And
the
it's about
community.
time. Yes, and the community, definitely. And like the whole token was structured as if, like, if you were to hold the token, why would you hold it? And I'm sure a lot of people have enjoyed and gonna be enjoying more revenue that is being, sent their ways as they are have staked their FAF. And yeah, I
For
think the
sure.
next important thing is about putting up this proposal for temperature check and see what the feedback is, and then depending on the feedback, and if there are any changes that are worthwhile and we might be overseeing ourselves, the team, we will look into it, we'll take the review, and then we'll review again, and then we'll put up the proposal accordingly. And that is the
Yep.
whole idea of doing the temperature check before going with the full proposal.
Yeah, so just a few things, just so people don't get any other ideas. This is a proposal, and this is going into Flash Labs to have that discourse. This is what he's talking about when he's saying that feedback loop is super important for us. We want to know where the community stands. It is an ownership token. So this is a proposal. This is meant to be discussed. This is meant to be deliberated over, and all of that will be done in Flash Labs. If you are a token holder, which means you are a protocol owner, then that means you can participate in that discourse. Of course, if you're potentially not a token holder yet, you can participate in the chat, but the Flash Labs is for the token holders, which is where the main discourse will happen back and forth with the team. So we're actually in there talking with you, working out, different things, working through different angles, so that we can get the best proposal possible for this Futarchy markets that it'll eventually be released into for that final decision. So
Yes. And there was one more proposal that we were yet to be putting out, which was regarding the voltage point system. But the team was not aligned on that, and I think the system that we designed wasn't justifying to what it became, and that is the reason why we didn't go ahead with it. But
yeah,
with regards to this token allocation for the team, everyone was aligned, and I think if you roll back to the discussions during mint and during the whole thing, like, our whole idea was to be ready with V2, and once we get the taste of V2 and we are all aligned to launch V2, we'll have the token proposal as well, because I'm sure a lot of people can see the amount of engineering, the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that have gone behind this. I think it's very important that everyone gets aligned behind this.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is it has literally nothing to do with me. It has to do with rewarding the team for all their effort. I could care less. They could literally wipe me off the board of this. The team behind this has spent their own money, their own time, their own heart into this protocol. And if you just see the amount of care and the amount of, because I have, unfortunately / fortunately, I have seen other teams that have done other things, and just the amount of attention that is put behind the scenes, I can tell you is bar none. I have personally never worked with a team that has had this much invested into their own project. Both obviously financially, but from everything else, they're from their heart, and which is why I wanted to come on the team in the first place. Obviously, could have worked anywhere else. I love these guys. I think they deserve it, and this is a long time coming. And if you actually have been around for quite a while, this is something that has been discussed many, many times. That once V2 rolls out, then we would obviously have this proposal up. So now that V2 is here, that same discussion is just being brought up again. So if you've been around, this shouldn't be a shocker. This is actually something that has been discussed quite a few times, even actually back when this basically was just conceptual. It wasn't even really laid out yet. We were talking about how V2, this proposal would be there. So
For sure.
Zahib, anything to add, sir? You're quiet this flash round.
Nope. There's still quite a few things in terms of putting everything in place. So just caught up. But yeah, excited to see the comments coming out on the proposal. I think it's posted in Flash Labs just now. So
Yes.
gonna keep an eye out, and let's have a discussion on it before we put it to the Futaki vote.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave off. Everybody, if you could, migrate over to Flash Labs. Drop your comments, drop your 2 cents there. Give us your thoughts on the proposal. And of course, we're all ears, all will be at kind of all hands on deck in there for a little while we discuss the proposal itself and refine it to what the community thinks is reasonable. What else did you have for Manas? Is that it?
I think that's it, and I am gonna be in Discord chiming in with all the community members with the direction that we are taking, and I hope the V2 has really surprised a lot of people, and I'm still loving the fact that there is being immense amount of volume that is being done, although I think we've not done the justice to expose it to more community members, which we will be doing in the following weeks, because we had this whole work towards getting the full migration done, because it unlocks the full liquidity. Right now it's all limited liquidity, so I think that is where we haven't done the justice that V2 requires to be pushed out. So we will work our asses off to get this thing at as many people as possible once we have everything in line.
And by the way, we never announced the new person at Flash. Did we ever announce that, or is that secret still?
I think he's still in the phase of getting along. It's gonna take a month or so. So
okay.
Yep, I'm not fully onboarded yet, so he's still trying his things.
We've got some new things coming. Honestly, super excited about it. It concerns me a little bit. Not concerns as in I'm concerned about it, but it includes me, I should say, a little bit. So that'll be cool. I love pushing forward any initiative here at Flash Trade. As you guys know, I jump into things like Degen Hour, Flash Hour, Trade Wars. So these are all fun things, fun initiatives here at Flash Trade. Can't wait for the next one. It's going to be really, really cool. Hope everybody's excited for it. Obviously, wait for the announcements. Stay tuned. Turn the subscriptions on if you're on YouTube. And if you're on X, follow us. If you're not already following us, turn on the notification bell. And every once in a while, if you can, caress the like button for us and hit a repost. That'd be awesome. Pick one that you like and just repost it. Let it fly. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to drop you off here unless you had anything else to add.
Nope, I'm good. I'm just editing things on the proposal.
All right.
We post it
Well, I
out
will
on Discord.
bid you adieu. All right. So everybody who's still here, appreciate it. Of course, big week, a lot of decisions to make. Proposal on the line. That's a big one. So you might see some videos coming out, some shorts, things like that. Just pushing forward to let the community know. Most of our community's in Discord already, but you know, it's good to get these things out on X. So you might see one of those tried and true Mighty Mag videos. Getting it done with mags coming out here shortly for this proposal and the future proposals that we have coming. Like you said, the Voltage Points program or VP program is being reworked. That is something that is currently, being talked about internally so that our initial proposal can land and everybody likes it, or maybe there's some small tweaks so that we can get that up for that futarchy vote also. We definitely want to make sure that we're always aligned with our token holders, the FAF army. I guess we could do that, right? We're the FAF army. The only thing that bothers me is like XRP army. Ugh. Sorry, XRP holders. That's an L. FAF army. We want to make sure we align with you all, of course, and always. Let's see. We got some good comments today. I appreciate that a lot. That makes the janitor happy. Good comments. Jumping in here on Flash Hour. Keep them coming. And of course, guys, head over to Flash Labs in Flash Trade's Discord channel. If you are a token holder, you will see that channel is available for you. If you are not a FAF holder, then you might not have access to it, but you could still talk about it in the regular chat channel. Totally A-okay with us. We'd love to additionally see that, but the main token holders, Flash Labs, is available to you now. So everybody head over there when you get a chance today at some point, and we'd love to hear your feedback on that proposal. Thank you for tuning into Flash Hour. And as always, I'll see you in the markets.